y'all, welcome back to Illinois Honeycomb Homestead. As you see, we are out here in the front yard again, still foraging, still doing the most, and still there's not a whole lot of dandelions out here, but we are going to talk about dandelions. Dandelions are the most beautiful type of flower, plant, wildflower, and I just love them. They smell good as well, as much as they look good. And so I've been looking out here and I ran up on two of them, but I'm gonna grab one so that way everybody will know what a dandelion looks like, because there's a lot of people that don't know that there are dandelions. And so if you have a yard that has been sprayed with insecticides and pesticides and all that stuff that you make your lawn look pretty, I suggest that you don't need to be messing with them. You need to go to somebody's yard or some park or somewhere that they ain't doing all that spraying on there, because you don't want those chemicals on the things that you are foraging and getting, you know what I'm saying, for the benefits, because then you'll have all those chemicals and it'll make you sick and you're going to just be defeating the whole purpose. So best bet is to get some that don't have all that stuff on there and run up on. If you have to go out into the country somewhere where they ain't doing all that, or go to a neighbor's house that don't have all that stuff in their yard, then that's the time to do it. So my yard, I don't do all that spraying. I don't have all that extra stuff. So I get all what I need to get in before I go mowing this yard. And they still come back. But I get what I can get in when the season is in. So I'm going to give me a dandelion. Because like I said, there's only two of them that done showed out here. But there's going to be more as the seasons come in for the spring. We're going to have more and I'll be able to fill my jar up. And then we're going to talk about dandelions. So stay tuned. So, hi y'all. Welcome back to Illinois Honeycomb Homestead. My name is Lovey, and I'm here to talk to you about the dandelion. Have y'all seen these beautiful dandelions laying out in your yard? They're really pretty, and they smell good too. So today I'm going to talk to you about the dandelions. Okay? Their benefits, the health behind it. I took some notes so that way you can, get a better understanding as I broke things down, the parts of the plants. And we're going to talk about the leaves, the flowers, the sap, okay? All that, and what you can grow it with, and what are the other things that it also pertains. Now, if I see that it's going to be a very long video, because I do not want to miss anything, then we can continue on for tomorrow, okay? So, the dandelions and the health benefits and uses. Disclaimer: do your own research. Do your own research. I have been doing this for a while. So do your own research, so that way you can get a better understanding. You'll be able to talk to your doctors, let them know what what you are up against, what you want to do, and stuff like that. Okay? Use at your own discretion. Okay? At your own. That is the disclaimer. All right, the benefits that dandelion has. You have vitamin A, B complex, magnesium, calcium, potassium, phosphorus, zinc, iron, manganese, choline, and emulant. All of that contains in the benefits as far as the dandelion. All of that in this dandelion. The health is good for liver function and detoxification, digestion, and reduce inflammation. It helps fight and produce cancer. Produce the cancer cells to fight it. They fight it. Whatever the cancer cells that are coming in your body, this right here fights it. The dandelion. Okay, more nutrients than spinach. It has more nutrients than spinach. It helps diabetics by lowering your blood sugar levels. The bone health, detox heavy metals and radiation in your system. Okay? And high in antioxidants, and it prevents gallstones, and it helps weight loss. It's good for eye health. It's a good diuretic by replenishing what was lost by taking in that was loud. And it replenishes that what was taken in by your prescription drugs that you're taking. Okay, now I'm going to go back to one part, the heavy metals and radiation, in case you're wondering what that is. Okay, your aluminum. Okay, you know, we get that aluminum that's in our body. It gets in there by the water from the city. If you're not drinking bottled water or don't have a filter to go in on your sink to keep from drinking all that stuff that's coming in from the city water. Okay, and like your deodorants. If you look at your deodorant and look at the ingredients in your deodorant, if you see anything that says aluminum, that's going into your pores, into your system. That's what causing people to break out, rash up, mess up their whole body, arms turning black on the inside and all that stuff, because it's got all those chemicals inside that deodorant. You can make your own deodorant. Do you remember back in the day when your grandma or somebody would say, get that baking soda? That alleviates odor. You can make your own deodorants, your own vegan deodorant, your own flower deodorant. You see where I'm going with it? Different stuff that you are putting into your body is doing nothing but damaging our bodies. And then we're having to take all these medications because after so long, after you be putting all this stuff in your body, now we're whipping the benefits from it. Now we're having to go back in our bodies, putting stuff back in our bodies to take this stuff out. So the flowers that I just told you, the one from yesterday, the red nettle, this one right here, you know what I'm talking about? Dandelion. They're detoxers. Okay? All right. And then it's a diuretic, like I said. People who are diabetics and stuff like that, this helps as far as this. It helps that. The new radicals, like whatever you got coming in your body, that is your prescription, and you don't have nothing to fight against those radicals. What I mean by that, whatever you're putting in, there's nothing there to fight that bad germ or whatever. It's just in there with the dandelion. If you're taking the dandelion supplement, you know, after you, because you can make you some salves, you can make you some tinctures and different stuff like that. We're going to get into deep what it can do for you. But what I'm saying is, if you start making stuff like that, start using things like the dandelion, the purple nettle, there's other plants as well, there's other herbs as well that replaces those radicals that are in your body that are bad. This will replace it. It will knock that on out because it's detoxing and is replenishing everything back into your body that are good. You know what I'm saying? So that's what makes it good. And it boosts your immune system as well on that. Okay? Parts of the plant. Now the root. It has the highest benefit. The root of that plant, I showed you yesterday. If you look back on the video from yesterday, I show you the dandelion leaves. Well, there's a root. If you pull that completely on up out of the ground, you'll see the roots. Those roots will boost, you know, it will boost everything up. Your immune system is a great inflammatory. It's a mild sedative as well. And it's antibacterial. And it's a great detox, you know, and it's benefits for your liver as well. So it has the highest benefit. The root does. That has the highest benefit on that plant. Okay? The leaves. The leaves is where you get most of your diuretic form. Okay, and it stimulates your digestion. So if you have problems with your digestive tract, those leaves will help replenish everything back into your body. So as you're scooting all that stuff out, it's detoxing. Remember I told you about the detoxing. It's detoxing everything out. All those bad enzymes is replenishing back your body, and you're getting the nutrients back into your body. You're not going to lose it. You're getting it back, but it's building you up. It's building your immune system. It's pulling all that up. You see what I'm saying? So that's what the leaves do. So that way you can take those leaves, you can mix it in your greens mix, your green mix, your smoothies and stuff like that. Like I was telling you yesterday with the purple nettle, you can put all that stuff in that salad, that smoothie, and grind it all up in there. You're getting all those benefits in your body. You're going to get them all. Okay? And if you are a new mother and you're breastfeeding, dandelions, okay? If you're taking any type of dandelions with that, it will help your breast plenish more milk. You will have more milk for your baby with the dandelion. It produces more milk flow, okay? It stimulates that milk production. It's good for your blood purifications, beneficial to your kidneys, good for all your overall detoxing that's going on in your body. Okay? The flower itself, you can use it as salves. You can use it as a vinegar, hair wash for your skin. It helps fight the aging agents in your body and the wrinkles by using it as a tea. You do the same thing. You'll take this, you can use it dried or you can use it as it is. Boil you some water and put that in and let it seep. And you can have you some dandelion tea. Sap. There's sap that's inside this stem. It's milky. I don't know if you can see it. We're going to let it focus a little bit and maybe you can see it. So I'm not shaking as much. But I'm trying to get it where it can show. Pull it back some. Pull it back some. You might can be able to see a little bit of that milky sap if it's white inside. I don't know. But you might can see it. I don't know. It's white in there. It's milky. There's a milky sap inside of it. That milky sap is white. It's great for any skin ailment. So, it will heal it. So, for instance, if I have a scratch on my finger right now or anywhere in my body, I can take that milky sap, right? Okay, let me show you. I'm going to squeeze it some so you can see what I'm talking about. It's right here at the edge. Let's see if I can. You see that milky sap? I hope you guys can see it. Man, it'd be a great shot if I could. Let's see. Pull it back some. Pull it back. You see that milky sap? Let me see if I can get it up here. It's a milky sap. I'm really determined so y'all can see that. If it's right there, it's kind of white. You see it? Okay. There you go. You see it? Okay, that milky sap is good for any kind of bee stings, bites, scrapes, burns, scratches, anything that's going on with the dermis. The dermis is the top part of your skin. Okay? The dermatitis, all of that. For eczema, okay, you break the stem on whatever, and you all you have to do is just put it on there. Put it on there. And rub it in there. It's great for all of that. It's an agent for healing properties, okay? It's got all that good stuff in there. And what's beneficial for this, for the garden, to have these out here in your garden, Hey, y'all, we got to have these pollinators. We got to have pollinators, not just for our food, but for these beautiful plants to make us feel better as well, too. That's why they go to these and they have to pollinate for us to get well, too. You know, we're quick to kill a bee or whatever. And I get it if you're scared of them, but this is what they're after. I feel like if you're disturbing their food, you don't want them disturbing your food. They're helping you. So you don't try not to kill them. Try not to kill your pollinators. And you can dehydrate them as well. And those bees and all that, they like it. Dehydrate them and put them in a jar. You can grow them next to your beets, your onions, and use them as teas as well. Now the greens, like I was telling you, you can put it with your rutabagas, strawberry leaves, bok choy leaves, kale, and romaine. Put all those mixes in with your dandelions and make a beautiful salad. You got your leaves, you got your pretty yellow petals. You got all that. The whole thing is edible. And you can harvest them in the near fall or early spring the following next year if you don't get them this year. And the best time to get them is in the late summer because they be out in the late summer. And make sure you dry them out. That way you can always have some. Now, I'm going to give you some names of some herbs that you might have already up there in your cabinet that's good for your brain. Okay? You'd be surprised what you got around your house that you're using, and you'd be like, oh, I just love that. You'd be surprised that it's really benefiting you. If you look at my videos as I'm cooking and you see my spice rack, I have a whole lot of stuff. I have a lot of herbs out here too. I know what each one of those herbs are doing for me. I know what it's doing for L. So, brain injury he had, this is kind of stuff that's helping him with his brain cognitive nerves, the functions. Have y'all heard of moringa? The moringa plant. The moringa plant. I might not be pronouncing it right, but that's a good plant. Turmeric. Who else cooks with turmeric? Turmeric is really good for you. You got lion's mane, rosemary, sage, thyme, ginkgo biloba, ginseng, lemon balm, spearmint, any of the mint family, peppermint, saffron, bark copa, cat's claw, cinnamon, nutmeg, ginger, black pepper, aletha root, tall seed, that's holy basil, kaducha, aniline, cuckoo or kukui, chocolate, chia seeds, and chlorella. Those are for the brain health. Those in that list right there are good for cognitive function herbs. If you can find all of them, that'll be great. Coconut oil, goji berries, green tea, guarana, elderberries. Okay? Things you want to avoid is the fluoride, okay? You want to avoid fluoride. Sometimes fluoride can be in that water, like I was telling you. Fluoride can be in toothpaste and all that. Teflon. Your aluminum foil pans and stuff like that. People are cooking in them, you know, and it's a drying agent, and it can be toxic as well. Yeah, aluminum foil, all that. We have all done it. I have done it myself. By the time I finish doing all that, I'd be like, dang, I just used this aluminum foil because we've been so used to doing this. right? But you got to train your brain if there's something that you want to get into, you know what I'm saying? Because if you're in the moment, you're not really thinking that. You know, if it's in the house, you're going to use it. So once you use it up or use it on something else, take it and just don't use it no more. Because these are the things that's really messing with our body. Remember I was telling you about the aluminum. It's inside deodorant. If you look at the instruction on the deodorant, that I use deodorant because that's everybody is kind of knowledgeable as far as deodorant. So if I say deodorant, they say, oh, okay, I know what deodorant is. I don't want to say something else, you know, and nobody gets it. So that's about as close as I get. If you look at the instructions or the ingredients in deodorant, aluminum is one of them. If you look at all the ingredients and Google these ingredients, it'll tell you what it does as well too. Check all that stuff out. You'd be surprised what you got going in your mouth and in your body. And then we got to detox that stuff out. We've been doing it for so long, it be in our system, and that's how we got all these elements that's going on with us. It's really messing everybody up out here. It really is. You know. And then you got artificial sweeteners. Okay? If it ain't the real deal, you don't need the artificial. You need the real deal. So, guess what? You got sweeteners that are natural. That are natural. You might run up on a sugarcane stock. That's natural sweeteners. Natural sweeteners. You know what I'm saying? You got different plants that are natural sweeteners. Stevia. I can't pronounce it. Stevia. Have y'all heard of stevia? Stevia. You can buy that stevia. You can buy some stevia seeds and grow you some stevia. That's a natural sweetener. That's your sugar. That's your natural sweetener. Grind them bad boys up. Let them dry up. Grind them up. You got you some natural sweetener to put in your coffee or whatever. Tea. Honey. That's natural sweeteners. You want natural sweeteners. I use natural sweeteners. I don't use that artificial. I stopped drinking pops. I just stopped drinking them. Because they got artificial sweeteners in it. That's what messes you up as far as your gut. And it sits on you because it's holding them sugars in there. Unwanted sugars in your body. It just sits there and it'll hold on that gut. Then when it holds on that gut, then that's when you have all these other elements that start happening in your body. Diabetes, obesity, all that stuff. Yeah. I had to learn all that stuff. And it's hard to break old habits. But if you want good health, those are the things to think about. Really, you can sit back and go back. You can train, you could be doing really good and you can go back and then you can just be like, don't beat yourself up over it. Don't do it. All you have to do is say, okay, yeah, I stepped back, I jumped back in it, but I'm going to get out of it. And go forward. You know what I'm saying? Do not beat yourself up. We are our worst critic because we always beating ourselves up. And there's no sense in doing it. We're bad on ourselves with that. We don't need to do that to ourselves. We need to love ourselves. Teach ourselves. Teach yourself. Okay, so I'm going to leave it right there. And we'll pick up from right there to go towards some more things that are edible as far as flowers and stuff. And like I said, I'm going to go over some of the stuff that's in this book. And we're going to go through this book together. And we can start from part 1 if you want to. Like I said, I'm going to be doing my seeds. I'm still going to be doing my things that I need to do as far as out there. But I'm going to take each day. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to take each day to do this. Okay? It ain't just for you. It's for me as well. You know what I'm saying? Because I love this type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? So if you're interested in that, just stay over here on my channel because I'm willing to do it with you because I'm learning even more stuff. Okay? The more you read, the more understanding you get. You know what I'm saying? You might not understand it at first or the second go around. It might take the third or fourth time. And you'd be like, man, I just now got that. You know what I'm saying? It'll click. Something will register. You know what I'm saying? So don't beat yourself up because you might not get it the first time. We're going to teach ourselves to do better and not knock ourselves. Okay? So with this beautiful dandelion. That dandelion does all that for you. All of that for you. And I'm going to tell you more about the dandelion because there's some more stuff, but this will be a long video. So I'm going to continue on with this dandelion tomorrow. Yes, I am. And I'm going to continue on, and we're going to learn more about this dandelion. Okay? And I'm going to write some more notes down so that way I'm breaking it down because they got a lot of different little things. So I'm breaking stuff down in kind of like categories. And then when you go doing your research, if you want to completely read it all, you can't because it will be a long video. I'm not trying to have a long video for you. I'm putting out some pointers on the main pointers on these different flowers and these wildflowers and stuff, okay? That's why I say do your own research. Check into it yourself. Don't always take my word or anybody else's word on things, okay? Read it, Google it, buy you some books, herbal books. Read about what different foods, different herbs can do for you, your vegetables. You'd be surprised what a certain vegetable can do for you and your body. If you have ailments, certain vegetables can help you with that ailment. I know. Believe me, I know it. Because it changed me, for real. It changed my whole inner body. Seriously, it has. It has healed some things on me that I didn't think was like, dang, is it really happening? You know? God gave us this stuff right here to check into and to live off of. Because we done got too comfortable with these outside restaurants. We need to get back into our roots. We need to get back into what's in our food so we'll know what we're eating, know what's in it, what it can do for us, including the wildflowers, including the flowers. So until then, thank you for coming to L&L Honeycomb Homestead. Thank you for taking the time to listen. Make sure y'all do your research, and I will see you again tomorrow. And y'all have a beautiful day. Bye-bye.